Okay, let's try this. KK4SHO, K4ARX. How copy?
Unclear, 5 and 9.
Okay, thanks for the confirmation there. How are you doing? Did you have a good day at work today? This is going to be murder on that antenna.
I'm okay overall. Just had a patient who's been there for several times threatened me today,
Oh, no.
but unfortunately a fellow staff member stepped in and
Whoops.
pulled the situation down. The patient was pretty agitated.
I'm trying to figure this out as I go along. I kind of should have known better. Well, I'm real sorry to hear that. It's good to hear your voice today, though, and you're out mobile, hopefully on the way to the house. Oops.
Yeah, I just pulled in here at the house and just sitting here checking stuff. Whatever. But other than that, it was a good day overall. So can't complain so much.
I suppose you could. At least you could chalk it up as a good day and nothing worse than that. That's good to hear. Do you have any dinner plans tonight?
I may go to Chick-fil-A with a gift card that I have.
Oh,
Other than
nice.
that, no.
I can't do it. I was going to try. Okay, that's cool. Don't feel bad. All we had was leftovers. I just warmed over some pork chops from yesterday that I made. And I was planning on putting some vegetables with it. But she was like, I'm not that hungry. And I was like, okay, let's do this. And we did. And she was satisfied with that. So I'm cool with that too.
See, for the moment, I'm not too terribly hungry. It's day 2 for me of mediocre cafeteria food. So, fortunately, I'm off tomorrow. So, that helps. Because she's a good friend of mine. She'll visit my house and see all the Christmas lights we have up.
Whoops.
And all that kind of stuff.
Focus. Thank you.
Yep.
Now that will be some fun things to do. Go see the Christmas lights if you can. And yeah, that's used to be something fun things that we could do. I don't do it anymore because the kids are grown and no transportation or anything like that. But I understand it's still something fun to do.
Yeah, see those power bills rise up and everything from all the lights and everything, unless of course our battery power, but that's a whole different story. But yeah, you're right. I've got a net tonight that I am net control for on the Southwest Virginia DMR talk group.
Oh yeah, okay.
Our net will not meet next Wednesday because next Wednesday is Christmas Eve. So yeah, fun times.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. I get it. It's a holiday, a major holiday, and everybody's going to be busy, and they're not going to want to do stuff like that on Christmas Eve. I get it. It's going to be a normal day for us too, and that's just the way it pans out sometimes. But there'll be plenty of radio ops, I'm sure. Don't discount that. Don't leave your radios off over the holiday.
Never know what you might hear around the bands, that's for sure. I'm remembering the old joke about, I think it's 7.200.
Yeah.
Boy. Might as well be 11 meters, but worse.
Well, you're not wrong. That can happen too. There'll be plenty of drivers out, I'm sure, and whether they want to admit it or not, they will be busy over the holiday weekends because, frankly, they won't have anything but much better to do because I've done that. But all the regular guys will be out there, I'm sure. Don't discount Rob, KB2OYI, Bob, W4RTH. Randy will be out there too, I'm sure. Just expect to hear people on the radio. I honestly think you should. And there may be some hunting going on that morning too, in the following morning. It just depends. I don't know how busy. It used to be that when, let's see, it used to be where I lived that they would hunt on Turkey Day, and probably the same thing early Christmas morning too. So I wouldn't discount that either.
Yeah, certainly don't want to count that out. That's for sure. I'll be relaxing. That's what I'll be doing. Either that or working. I don't have to work Christmas Day, but I do have to work Christmas Eve and the day after. So,
wouldn't that be Christmas Day?
Anyway, I'm sure there'll be some football.
Or are you skipping
watch,
Christmas Day?
teams to root for, and all the rest. So, yeah, I told a coworker today that JMU, James Madison University, is in the college football playoffs. And you're like, what? They are? Yeah. So they were pretty surprised with that. So.
I don't follow the sport, but I'm kind of surprised too. But also at the same time excited. That's actually good news.
Well, as a friend of mine likes to say, even if you're not a big fan of JMU, still root for the hometown team because it's from Virginia. So the other team is the Oregon Ducks. They'll be the other team competing. So I'll root for the hometown team, as they say.
Yeah, it's a good deal. It's smart, probably smart money. Listen, did you get all your computer projects done?
I'm trying to think of what you're referring to. Still got one computer project that no other needs to get done. Converted an old Windows 10 computer that's pretty much slower than molasses over to Linux. But I can't recall what the other projects were.
Oh no! Don't second guess yourself. It was just me. I was trying to keep up with some of your topics there that I would hear on occasion. And I have a Dell all-in-one desktop. It's like just a big monitor. It's like some of the Macs, but it's I can't call it Android. It's Windows. Anyways, Windows 10. It's slow as molasses too. I got to do the same thing. Probably would eventually change it over to Linux.
Yeah, I will say, if you put it on Linux Mint, Cinnamon, it's going to emulate Windows pretty good. And of course, you can
Cinnamon Mint,
what they call the Wine Windows emulator on there for any programs that still need to run in a Windows type like environment. So certainly a possibility, all for the price of free.
Oh, it's my favorite price. Free 99. Awesome. All right, good deal. I appreciate the QSO. I'm going to have to jump off. I've got some other things to do. I was checking out this radio here and trying to explain why it wasn't working. It actually is. It's just programmed in a fashion where it's not displaying the correct information for this particular frequency, for example.
All right, 73s, KK4 SHO is clear of K4 ARX. Have a good night.
Okay, 7-3. I appreciate you again. We'll catch you later, and have a good one. KK4 SHO, K4 ARX. Not bad. So the display is off by 5 memories, if you will. In other words, that was the MRA 145430, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what it's supposed to say. So I'm not a technician with these. I don't have experience. Come on, focus. I don't have experience with these radios and programming them because they're Motorola's. This is a Spectra that I understand. I don't know if it's an Astro Spectra. It just, oh, actually, it just says right there, it's just a Spectra. I pulled the Astro Spectra off its power supply and bought it for this because I understand this was a 25 amp radio on high power, and it looks like it displays high power because it really pegs my meter. My meter's supposed to go up to 150, but I think it's a cheap meter. Thanks, Phil. No offense to that. That's just the way it does it, because the Astro Spectra does the same thing. You set it to high power, and it'll peg it at 150 watts. It says, but surely it's not. It's not supposed to be that big of a radio. I've been told it's probably supposed to be 50 watts or maybe 80 at the most. But again, not knowing that much, and I know that you can look up the FCC ID, and that determines according to its abilities, I guess, in some of the websites. Some of you guys are going to know more about this than I will, and I'm sure you'll put that in the information below, and greatly appreciated, by the way. But this was a test of this radio, and it's very interesting that it works. It's just mislabeled. There's the MRA again, so it's perfect except for the display. Kind of a shame. And it's handy to have those frequency counters. I don't care if it's a portable one like the one I just showed, or if it's a desktop, which would be really cool because it's about the same era as this radio. And I would like to have one of those one day and take donations. Hint, hint. But anyways, it's starting to sound like other folks. It seems to be doing its job. That's what I'm trying to say. There's another one in the box over there, and I haven't pulled it out yet. There are more accessories and things to test. And what I did, actually, I forgot to mention that I borrowed the pin from the VIP there on the far left, which is to the left of the microphone plug, and the radio plug's to the right. It all seems to fit together. It's really nice, tight fit. But that one jumper, I moved over to here. And the reason why I did that is because it reminded me of jumping it's a 9-pin connector on the back of a Uniden President HR 2600, also the 2510. And basically what that does is just a jumper for internal, external speaker. I think that was it. I wanted to try that just in case. It was already, you could hear this without the jumper, but we weren't getting any audio. But I think because at some points, like if there was a nearby transceiver, as it was explained, and I did it here a while ago, but I could transmit on a nearby frequency. As a matter of fact, by accident, I've seen this before with the Astro Spectra, that if you transmit on a nearby pair, this one will pick it up, and some of the scanners will too. It's close enough in frequency to cause a little bit of local interference, and that reminded me of this also. So I started looking for other channels and decided to pull out that frequency counter and try to measure the output frequency, since I already knew that it was transmitting at high power. I don't think it's hurt anything yet, but I'm not going to do it for too long. But find the output frequency, and that tells me what pair it was using, and that's how I figured out how far apart these are. 5 memory channels, which is a shame, sort of, but now that it's figured out, focus. Now that it's figured out, I know where to go if I want to use the MRA. It's that one, but that's not what's displayed. I'm sure it could be figured out. There's actually a programming device over here of some sort that connects to, I think it's a computer, and it's a box that goes in between the radio and the computer, and I'm sure there's software for it. There's always software for this stuff that you don't have immediate access to. And yes, it's accessible. It can be found. It just was not provided with this pile of stuff, so it's not immediately available to me. But I'm sure it can be done if you wanted to go back through there and reset the display for all these memories, and maybe get some memory channels. I don't know if that's an S or an additional 5, like a channel number. I don't see much to change it. There's not a whole lot of function to all the buttons. They're not all programmed for something, but most of these things are done for just regular amateur radio operation. And it's fun figuring this stuff out. It was almost plug and play. Ugh. Time for more coffee. All right, if you got to this point, thank you for sticking with me this long. And Phil, I hope you enjoy the display of your radio here and got a good idea what's going on. Don't be in any hurry to come back and pick this up, because it's a ton of fun. This is William, K4ARX, and you're watching the American Radio X-Ray.